Hello, welcome. Sustainable city life is one of 17 global goals that make up the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development established by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015. The official mission of SDG 11 is to make cities inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. The 17 SDGs take into account that action in one area will affect outcomes in other areas as well, and that development must balance social, economic, and environmental sustainability. Urban regions currently hold more than half of the world's population. By 2050, that number will have climbed to 6.5 billion people, accounting for two-thirds of the world's population. Without a considerable change in the way we create and manage our urban places, we will not be able to achieve sustainable development. Extreme poverty is frequently concentrated in urban areas, and national and local governments are struggling to keep up with the growing population. Securing secure and cheap housing, as well as improving slum settlements, are key to making cities safe and sustainable. It also entails increased investment in public transportation. The creation of green public areas and participatory and inclusive urban planning and administration. Today, we are going to focus on creating green spaces in cities. Big cities have sprung up as a result of the fast expansion of cities in the developing world, as well as increased rural to urban migration. There were 11 megacities with populations of 10 million or more in 1990. There are 10,000 megacities in 2021 with a combined population of 7.9 billion people worldwide. In Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur is the biggest city in Malaysia with a population of 7,200,000 people in the metro area and is expected to increase to 9.8 million in 2030. The urban heat island effects appears in towns and cities as results of human activity as the population rate growing rapidly, which makes it even crucial to sustain a city. The heat generated by people, transport, shops, and industry is trapped in narrow roads and concrete structures, unable to escape to the atmosphere. This may bring the temperature in urban areas up 3 to 4 degrees higher than the surrounding countryside, and with that comes a vicious cycle. When the temperature rises on a sunny day, there is a greater demand for cooling, which necessitates the use of air conditioners. Heat trapping CO2 is emitted by air conditioning is driven by energy generated from fossil fuels, and air conditioners radiate heat outside, contributing to the urban heat island effect. All we should be doing to transform our urban existence into a healthy environment is to bring nature back in. We can make urban environments healthier and more livable by implementing elements of nature. As humans, we have a responsibility to protect nature in our cities. So what can we do? Planting entrances. Consider green building entrances, which provide visitors with a taste of nature, which also purifying and cooling the air that enters the structure. For example, buildings with natural light and plants do more than simply look nice. The green spaces are useful to the building's residents as well as the structure itself. Putting up green roofs, soils, plants, and greenery on our roofs will lower surface temperatures while also acting as insulation for the structures below, lowering the amount of energy required to heat and cool the buildings. When plants are used on the walls and roofs of buildings, the results are positive too, such as plants moderate temperatures in hotspots. In cities, Those with the lowest earnings are anticipated to live 10 years fewer than those with the greatest incomes. This is due in part to the wealthiest people's access to green spaces, since they generally live in open, leafy places while the poorest are often forced to live in congested, highly concreted neighborhoods. We may build small ecosystems by increasing the diversity of trees on our streets. Create little green spaces around most neighborhoods where individuals can rest while surrounded by flora. This will help everyone to access to nature freely. Green spaces in cities are critical for the environment's future. In cities, taking responsibility for simple aspects of nature may make a significant difference. Thank you.